first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you for joining us. We are live here every weekday, starting around 1 p.m. Pacific, going throughout the afternoon here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom at the Fox 12 Now desk. You know all about that. And you know you can find us across our apps and, of course, the website and YouTube. Let's cut straight to the point here. You want to hear from Gary Oldman. And let me tell you, I was able to speak with him earlier today about Slow Horses. It's on Apple TV. Third season finished earlier this year. The fourth season's about to come out here in September. And now they are getting nominated for all kinds of awards, including Gary Oldman himself getting nominated for an Emmy. I had the chance to speak to him for just a few minutes. He's a very busy guy, but we were able to talk to him about this season, and I got a couple of questions in with him, but the bottom line is Gary Oldman was here on the show, and you get to hear from him talking about this, talking about his experiences, and also the character that he plays. If you've seen the show, the character is he's an interesting guy. We'll just leave it at that. And that's what we discuss, is why it was he wanted to take on something like this and just what it means to him to have so many fans watching this show. So let's not waste any time here. Let's go right into it. Here it is, Gary Oldman on Fox 12 Now. Hey, Gary, thanks so much for having some time with us today. Just starting off here, you know, there are so many great shows that somehow don't make it past the first season or the second season, for whatever reason that may be. Slow Horses now, 3 seasons, going into a 4th, and a whole bunch of Emmy nominations. How does it feel to, you know, accomplish that and have something that you love obviously so much and make it to this level right now to where you're at?
Well, I think anyone who's in these shows and this long form TV. I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? I mean, that's the goal, to really, if it's any good, to keep it going. I mean, as you say, there are some wonderful shows that seem to sort of slip through the net. I mean, what we've tried to do with Slow Horses is the way that we shoot. The audiences are not waiting around a couple of years or 3 years for another season. We try to keep them constantly sort of coming. Yeah, we've just wrapped on season 5. 4 comes out next month, and we got 9 Emmy nominations to boot. So we're all I'm personally very proud of the show. It's a big commitment, and everyone, cast and crew, really turn up every day, I think, with their A game. And so we're thrilled, and it's lovely to be recognised. But I'm also doubly proud that the show and so many nominations have. You know, it's a nice thing, isn't it, when people acknowledge the work? It's not about the prizes, but it's certainly nice to be not there.
Yeah, I mean, it's and well deserved, obviously, for these performances. And talking about this, you know, going back to the beginning of Slow Horses, when you were maybe pitched this script and you saw this character who, I mean, I think one of the first scenes that you're in, it may be the first scene, he essentially wakes himself up. There's no delicate way. He farts himself awake. And, you know, you look at something like that. What is it that made you say, okay, that's the character for me. This is who I want to be?
Well, there's a story behind that. That was a thing that was actually added later, because they were looking for something that was, we felt that Lamb was the sort of, that we needed to establish the tone or the frequency of the show. And of course, you start with this sort of Jason Bourne Bond sort of chase at an airport. So you feel that you're watching one show, and that you've settled in, and you kind of go, I've got the measure of this. And then we really wanted to kind of surprise the audience, pull the rug from underneath their feet. And it was a very, almost a flippant thing, where I said, why don't we just have a scene where I wake up and I've been asleep in the office, and I light a cigarette and cough my lungs up, and, you know, and I fart, and then that's the tone of the show. and we sort of worked it in. So, yeah, he's this sort of grumpy, acerbic tough boss. One of probably would be up there, wouldn't he, to win the prize of one of the world's worst boss, certainly. He rides them hard out of a loyalty. I think there's he really, even though he gives his team a hard time, it's sort of tough love. It really is to sort of toughen them up for a world that is not a kind one, not a pleasant one.
Well, it's an amazing character, and Gary, I want to say thank you for doing this and getting these seasons out. It's so great too. Is great for all of us fans out there, and just congratulations on the nominations, and really looking forward to seeing you win and catching season 4 here really quick. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right. So again, I said it was pretty quick. With these things, you get a certain amount of time, and then you have to wrap it up. But I just appreciate any amount of time to talk to Gary Oldman. That's amazing. I mean, just thinking about how many different roles that guy has played for so many different people, identify him with so many different things, and just that's awesome. Yeah, that was really cool. I'm not gonna lie. So great to have him here on the show, and thanks to everybody too for joining in. So if this is your first time watching, this is Fox 12 Now. We cover a wide range of things. And I always want to make sure I emphasize that. It's everything here with this show. And it's because we get to have a little bit more time to dig into stories a little bit deeper. Wish we had more time there, but nonetheless, we had some time. And you can find all of the things that we cover at kptv.com. Click on the Fox 12 Now tab, download the Fox 12 Oregon app, or go on YouTube. So plenty of places to go take a look at what we cover. And if you have a topic that you think may be worthy of a deeper dive, or something you want looked into, or maybe there's an organization that needs a little bit of attention, send me an email, fox12now@kptv.com. That's fox12now@kptv.com. Can't guarantee we can always do a segment, but we'll definitely take a look and see if we can, and see if maybe we can shed a light on something. So thanks very much again for joining us. We'll take a break for right now. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.